I had the head of the engineering school on my radio show, and he said, which was very interesting to me, that the number of people that can be supported in a society is directly related to the, he said, the engineering. So you could say, okay, do you all know what I mean by engineering? Bridges and food production and all this engineering technology and that. So the society is actually able to move up in terms of numbers of people within a society because of the organization and development of engineering.
Yeah, that's part of it. I mean, that's
Yeah.
certainly the natural resources also are going to play a big role.
Yeah, natural resources, but engineering, you see, and you can argue that in New Orleans, engineering failed, the dikes didn't hold, and then communication engineering didn't fail, the phones didn't work, and nothing else worked. So what broke down was, you could argue or discuss, would be engineering broke down in New Orleans, and when it broke down, we went back to chaos. At least that's what I believe happened. Chaos in a very short period of time, because the whole system is developed around the concept of engineering. You have roads, engineering of roads to get the products through. You have gas in the trucks. You have all this stuff. And once the system, boink, broke down, you couldn't get it in, then the whole system fell apart. So if this is true, that we're dependent on the concept of engineering and technology for the growth of numbers of people in the world, if that is taken away, what will happen? If somehow the engineering goes, what will happen? What will happen to the people? Nobody knows. The people will contract, the number of people will contract always to the amount of resources available in that society to individuals or groups.
Yeah, but how did that stop a couple of the most populous countries in the world? They certainly haven't been, haven't had a large, amount of technology, such as India and China up until recently, and they're certainly didn't act for population.
Well, I think you could say they still had a form of engineering that, in terms of farming and agriculture, and a form of structure. The society was structured in a certain way that allowed for more individualized production of food, right? Wouldn't you say? I mean, we have big, in essence, collective farms. Collective farms are more efficient, but if the collective farm goes, the food production goes. So I think a lot of them that we're unaware of did actually not make it because of the forms of technology in the society or engineering. I mean, we just don't know, but a lot don't make it. They medical engineering, this kind of thing.